Well, I lost the other 3 parts to the video. Apparently my mic wasn't working. I don't know. But we're going to go from here. This is all that's left of the 3rd bag. Then I'm going to get the scale out. We'll scale these 82 pennies and get the zinc out of them. And we might put them under scope, or we put these under scope, the 1972. Didn't have a lot of luck with Canada. It just barely takes care of this bottom tier cup, which is fine. I've got to go through them and remove the zinc, of course. And then wheats. Yeah, that wasn't a very good bag. Not like the other 2 bags I had. But, hey, I still got them out. No error coins. As you can see, I got a Barbados penny. 1 cent. 2003. And which is more than likely made by United States of America. So, I don't know what that crap is on it. Probably take it off with some acetone. Acetone doesn't damage the coin or tarnishes it or whatever. Just, you can't sit there and rub it because that you'll damage the coin. But acetone's made to get paint, gum, adhesive. So, and you got to get it into the paint section of Walmart, whatever, or whatever hardware store you go to. But do not use the acetone from what do you call it, fingernail polish stuff. That'll damage the coin. And the other thing not to use is lighter fluid. Lighter fluid will get it off, but it'll cause that oil from the fluid to kind of shellac over your coin. So then that coin's damaged. Now for that Barbados is not bad. Just one little spot. And I just soak it for probably a half hour, maybe an hour. I'm not sure what it's made of. I didn't look it up. Matter of fact, I'll shut this off. Go through these pennies real quick. Hopefully find another wheat penny, but I don't think there's any more. Usually I find them right out the bat. But that was $50 in pennies. And we got bag number 4 coming up next. That'll be another video or live stream. I started this on the live stream, and I only did like a couple cups of these. Went through them, and then we just talked for a while. So, alright, well, I'm going to stop recording and get this all cleaned up. And I'll find out what that Barbados is made of. I think it is copper. But if it's zinc, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'll just throw it in with the rest of the stuff. Alright. See you on the next clip. Hello. Okay, well, that's the end of the number 3rd bag. Got a whole bunch of wheats here to go through and show you. Not that one right now. Doing wheats. 1956. Really? Where'd you go? Alright, I lost it. There it is. Alright. 56. Nothing really important. 44. This bag wasn't the greatest for wheat pennies or Canadians. This is a 58D. And then 52D. Now I store these wheats till I get 50-cent roll. And I roll them up, of course. In coin tubes, plastic coin tubes. 57D. I guess I had nothing impressive. What are we up to? 5. 1952D. I should be checking on the BIE era. 50s are like 52, 53, 57, 50s, whatever. These are all had problems with BIE error. What was that? 51. $55. No doubling. All right. Alright. 44, upside down. 39. Okay, well, we made it into the 30s. And then what we got here? It's probably going to be my oldest, 39, I think. No, it's a 1919. Okay, I didn't even know we had that one. Sweet. Older ones are nice to have. You get a lot of 40s and 50s. 45. There's 10 so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 23 pennies. And normal box is 14. There's 2 boxes in a bag. So that should be 28. So I'm like 5 short. So it's not the greatest bag. 58. 53D. Look at the BIE. Yeah, that's where it says Liberty, and then it's got a little die chip in the middle of it. Looks like an eye. 52D. But I don't usually go through and check for errors until I get a roll of wheats. Then I'll go through and 46. Then I'll go through and look for errors. 45. So 44. So we actually happen to get a 1919. That's pretty good. I think that's good. Beats getting all these 50s. That's what you get the most of. But anyways, I'll go back through on each row and I'll look for all the different errors that coin has ever seen. Like lamination peels, die chips, cuds, stuff like that. But I can concentrate on 1 year, 50 pennies. So yeah, so they might sit in my collection for a while till I get a roll of it and go through. And a lot of people buy these rolls of wheats or even regular newer 70s and 80s models. 42 and another 42. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 6, 8, 20, 25. I take that back. Still, anyways, that's about probably a low average bag compared to what I had the first 2 bags. But like I said, these will all be organized by date into penny tubes. Alright, set that up here now. Now this is what I said I was going to go through. And it's not all I've got, because I still got to go through the other 82s from the other or that I've already separated. I'm just going to do some of these. Anyways, there's 82. There's 12 different varieties of them. Turn the scale on. There's large date and small date, both in copper and in zinc. There's 12 different varieties. That includes the 1982S. Small date, large date, whatever. Kind of like what they had when the 1960s, they had large date and small date. Same year they changed up. Now zinc weighs 2.5, give or take 2.54. That's zinc right there. So we'll take that out, throw it to the side, throw it away from everything else. And then copper weighs 3.1, 3.08, depending upon how much copper's been rubbed off of it over the years. But normally over 3 grams, almost 3.1 grams. So that one was copper. You just take it, you go through and separate by weight. And I think most of these were copper that I was saving. Which I was saving both. There's a zinc 2.54. And with zinc pennies, like I said, the copper wears off from it. They get lighter and lighter. 2.54. Because the copper coating starts coming off. That's 3.04 grams. 3.08 grams. And you can also tell by the thud it makes too. So if you sit there and your battery's dead in your scale, you can just sit there and thump, 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 and then all of a sudden you get a tink. And a tink would be a zinc. 3.10, 2.5. See, it don't even sound like real money. Alright, well that's it I'm going to show you there. Okay, that's copper. Let's take a look at it under the scope. Alright there. Turn around for perspective so we're both looking at the same thing. That's going to be a small date. See the top of the 8? It's small, a really small circle on it. Alright. That's copper. Now let's take a look at this other one, which is copper. No. That looks more like a large date, but let's see what this one brings us. Crappy looking penny. There's D. Now see, that's a large date. See how the top one is almost the same size as the bottom part of it, of the 8. This is what I'm looking at. Smaller on top, larger on the bottom. You look at that, they're almost even. Alright, let me see if I can find a zinc one. Oh, I already got some zinc out. That one's crappy. Good thing they're all going back to the bank. There's one here. Zinc. You can tell by the color too. That's going to be a small date. I think there's a way to tell by the 9 too, but anyways, the one I'm just showing you is zinc, and that's a small date. And this is a large date. Let me get one more out. Oh, that's a small date. Now here's the thing. You look. One of the reasons I'm separating it out is by copper. Because I'm saving all the copper, so I need to get rid of the zinc. Yeah, I can't find a. There's a nice shiny one. And that is a. That's a large date. Anyways, that's copper. There's 3 of copper. But we'll keep this. Look at this 82D. Now, that's a large date. I know that for a fact. The reason I know that's a large date is, for the most part, 82D, Denver. They didn't make any small date Denver mints. If you find one that's a small date with a Denver mint, you're talking a few $1,000s at valuable wise. I think it's even more than that. Don't quote me, you'd have to look it up. But I got quite a few rows I got to go through and separate by large date and small date of the copper. And once I do that in Denver, I got to separate Philly from Denver. That is a key error coin. Not this one, but if I had one. The other thing to look out forward to is the 1982 large date is doubling. I can't remember where the doubling is. I think it's Liberty and God We Trust. I've been out of it for a couple years now, so I have to go back and refresh my memory. But 1982 large date copper, that's a double die. They do make a small 1982, I think it's small date zinc, and the zinc is actually, or the reverse of the coin is doubled. Can't remember where it's doubled, but it's on the reverse, and it's on, I think it's on the small date. And I don't bother with the 83s, but if you find a 1983 that weighs 3.0 something, whatever, that means it's copper and they don't exist. So if you find one, they're very valuable too, thousands of dollars. Um, I used to be avid into looking at every single coin, every single era, and some of them are minor that it's not even worth looking at. You know, like coin might be worth $1, which is more than a penny. But to go through the aggravation of looking for all the smaller error stuff. Same thing with die chips. Die chips doesn't matter. It's an error coin, meaning the mint had problems with shavings getting all over the coin from when they pressed it. But cuds are on the edge of the coin, anywhere on the edge of the coin, and the larger the cud, the more valuable the coin is. But it's nothing, nothing as in great value. What I just told you with the 82s and the 83s right there, those are some major values of error coins. Now then I also only got a few nice examples of 2009 coins. They made 4 varieties. This one here is to the professional years, when he was going to college, whatever. He wasn't a president yet. And then there's this one here that's another professional. Looks like it's starting to tarnish. I really don't like those kind of coins. And then you got this one here. This is the early years. This is a log cabin in Lincoln, Illinois, whatever. His birthplace. The other two, one is the presidential years. I didn't find any of that. I only found three good examples to keep. I don't know if I want to keep that one I showed you there, because in a couple of years it'll start toning. And then I found this Barbados 1-cent coin. Pretty cool to try it. Barbados. Nice crest. Got seahorses and some type of windmill up there. Excuse me. So that's the recap on bag number 3 that I've gotten so far from Compass Bank. Compass, Federal Credit Union or whatever. And really nice people, treated me really nice. I gotta wait every Tuesday to get a new bag, and if it's not, then I have to wait till the next Tuesday. They only empty it once a week, and if I don't call them by noon, they give it back to the Loomis Bank or whatever armored car service they use. Telling you, the weather's been atrocious. It's been raining and hailing and windy. I just hope I'm not getting sick again. So there you have it. These scales you can buy at Amazon. They're only, I can't even remember what I paid for it, but it's not that much money. And it goes in grams and ounces and etc. Very useful. Of course, it doesn't weigh pounds. It's not made for cooking. But if you ever have a question about coin, And if it's legit, you look it up. It'll tell you the weight of the coin, what it should be. You know, because counterfeits go around, stuff like that. And you can weigh it and see if it comes out exact. You know, that's by the ounce or what have you. So that's it for my tutoring today. I'm going to go back through the rest of these pennies and roll them up for a rainy day. So when I feel like separating the Denver from that small date, which is time consuming. You guys don't want to wait all that time to watch me do it. Trust me. Now, if I was on a live stream going, yeah, it's all right. But I'd rather talk on a live stream, chat with everybody, and get some people up on the panel. But if you ever have any questions, you can always email me. It's always in the description of the video. Hey, and there's a PayPal there too if you want to send me money. Yeah. I've only had a few people that really did that for me. Just decided to send me money. And I was actually shocked of the amount of money that was sent to me. But I've had a couple good donations not in a while. Like I said, I'm just getting back into it from being laid up. So all I can say is y'all have a great week and weekend coming up. And Oldies out.